Hello and welcome to M.V.P.TV, where we talk about meaning, values, and purpose in the workplace. I'm your host, Becky Davis. The objective of the show, this is episode 1 of the show, the objective is to help you to maximize your performance by using some innovative and some creative ways that's going to help you to be energized, engaged, and inspired to move you to personal commitment in the workplace. Now, let me ask you, how many of you have ever said, I hate my job? I'm in that group. I have been at a place where I hated my job. Eckhart Tolle says awareness is the greatest change agent. Awareness is the greatest change agent. So what I really want to do is to help bring you to some awareness about what you do every day. Let me share something with you. I was reading the March issue of O Magazine, ran across a really good article. Let me share. The article is actually an ad from Accenture. Let me share that with you. It's a sheep that's 4 times its regular size. And what the ad says is, how do you get more out of the same resources? That's really what we want to talk about today, is how do you get more out of you? That's going to really help you to maximize your performance. How do you get more out of you? I want you to think about 2 things right now. When you think about the organization and or the company that you work for, think about the foundation of the services that the company provide. Then I want you to think about yourself. Think about the role you play in that organization, the performance and the service that you provide. Now, while you're thinking about those 2 things, there are 4 questions that I want to ask. And I want you to think about these questions. I don't want you to answer them too quickly. I want you to think about them and really, really dig deep within yourself to come up with the answers, and to really, it should bring you to some awareness. Let me share some of those questions with you. The first question is, why is what I do important to the people I serve? Why is what I do important to the people I serve? I want you to think about what you do every day. Why is that important to the people that you serve? Whether it's people that you serve in the workplace, whether it's customers, clients, why is that particular role important to the people that you serve? Question number 2 is, why does this business matter to the world? So I want you to think about the business that you're in, the company that you work for, and all like companies, if they no longer existed, how would that impact the world? Would it impact the world good, bad? What services is the company providing to where it has that impact on the world? I want you to think about that. Question number 3. What emotional connection do I have to what I do every day? I want you to think about your own personal connection to what you do every day. Not the people that you report to, not your supervisors, not the co-workers that you don't get along with, but what emotional connection do you have with what you do every day? The task and the job that you perform. What emotional connection do you have? I've worked almost 15 years in the vision industry, and there is definitely an emotional connection to that, because what I do can impact whether or not a person sees well and impacts their life, or if they don't see well, it is a negative impact to their life. So there's an emotional connection there. What is the emotional benefit to the customers and the clients? Question 4 is, what is the emotional benefit to the customers and the clients? How does that impact your customers? In the example that I gave you regarding working in the vision industry, there is definitely an emotional connection, because it's been said that the eyes are the windows to life. So without vision, it definitely impacts your life. So there is an emotional connection to the clients and the customers that I serve. I want you to think about those 4 questions. And you should start to awaken to a different perspective of the work that you do every day at work, not including the surrounding things that happen on the work. This is really for you to connect with yourself about what you do, and to be more aware. Let me share with you something that I got out of the same O magazine, and I really love this because this is It's an ad from Dow Automotive Systems, and it's from Dr. Kaylin Shahanobish. I believe I'm saying the name correctly. But let me read to you what she said. She said, "I am the human element in the application of the scientific method to the problem of capturing harmful diesel emissions. And the moment of discovery, when we figured out that a crystalline network structure could be more effective at capturing diesel emissions and improving the fuel economy, that's when I remembered why I am a chemical engineer. To hold something in your hand that can change the world. You learn a little bit about science, and you learn a little bit about yourself." The questions that I ask to you is hopefully for you to learn a little bit about yourself. Not just the job you do, but to learn a little bit about you. When your work is no longer just a 9 to 5 and it becomes a meaningful source of fulfillment to you, then your work and business, your resources, your performance, your results, everything changes because you're now getting 4 times the amount of the resource of you. Thanks so much for joining. If you like this, please comment. I want to hear as much as I can about some of the questions. I want to hear some of your feedback on asking those questions. Share those questions with some friends of yours, and you guys have a discussion, and definitely post and let me know what you think about it. I really want to hear what else I can do to provide for you. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Becky Davis. Remember what Becky stands for: BECKY. It stands for being engaged at work, committed at heart, knowing the purpose of you. Thanks for joining. See you next time.